Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good, hey.
Good,
Doing
good.
good.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Um, so today is 12/2. It has been 12 months of us working on this. Well, beginning of 12th month. Anyway, it's amazing, incredible to see this has gone on for 12 months and stuff like that. So it's kind of wait. We've never done this before, so it's been kind of like experimental and figuring out how to work it. So it's kind of amazing. All right. So today we're going to go over as before the things we did last week and the things we're going to start doing next week. And I got like one announcement. It's already in there, and I'll talk about that a little bit um, as we continue on. So so for the oh I forgot to add something. Um, all right. Um, all right. So anything. So for general project, things that need to be done. There are multiple things that need to be done, but there's no really. There's really not really any big things that need to be taken care of. It's all just small little pieces that need to be done in order to actually complete the project. So, but if we find out anything, just let me know. We'll work towards it. One thing is that general project, the iOS build will not be going on this time before the end of the year, just because of the difficulties and that they were giving to us for that whole thing. It'd be best to focus on one platform for right now, and then maybe next year if Shiloh gets all the folks to help out, then we can get an iOS version, or we make some money or something like that. Yeah. So
Basically, it comes down to you have to own equipment to make stuff for iOS, and they're pretty particular about it. So
exactly.
we're just I can't at the moment justify the cost. If we can get it, if there's enough interest in it, and then we get moving on it as further on a project, then we can look to doing iOS later.
Right.
Leonard, should we bring up what John was talking about at Run Jump Dev?
So
he said like I could be.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, everything that John was talking about, it was kind of like, okay, I understand this, but it was so it was. It's kind of, to me, it's kind of confusing because John is saying something that can happen. Shiloh's telling about something that's happening at the same time. It'd be best to have them communicate to find out if there's something that we're missing or anything as well. And then, but also by that time that he was talking about it, I kind of like already made the decision of like, just doing away with iOS. But it seems like there might be something that we're missing, but I don't feel like we're missing anything. So I feel like we should and we should honestly make sure that we have the correct hardware attached to Atelier so that we don't have to completely depend upon other people and stuff like that. So it's I don't know. I mean, we've already made this decision about the iOS build, but it seemed like possibly we might have missed something, but I can't be sure. And I rather would have it would be a thing about if we decided to turn that around and whatnot, then I would want to make sure that Shiloh and John are able to communicate with each other in order to find out exactly what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Because I don't know what John was saying, and I know Shiloh's been figuring out by herself, stuff like that. So it's just like I can't. I just need if we're going to change focuses, then we need to communicate between those two people. That's all.
Yeah, he mentioned something about like since I have a Mac, I'd be able to be affiliated with it, and I could do it through me on my computer if I was affiliated.
Yeah.
A lot of times it was like I know like with I haven't really used Apple stuff in a long time, but I know with like the Google and a lot of other like Steam, all kinds of things, consoles. Anyway, you can have like multiple people on the account, and then all those people can do. You can give like a lot of times you can give different permissions,
Right.
and those people can do different things.
Yeah.
So like, Shiloh sort of created the account, but that gave Zach a lot of permissions. He might be able to do anything that needed to be done on the Mac.
Unfortunately, I can't even sign up for it without turning on. What I'm running into is instead of a secured account through multiple verification, you have to turn on this other thing. In order to turn on this other thing, you have to have a piece of equipment. And I think they do that so that they know that you're developing for their equipment and that you're a professional. I think they're just really trying to keep it from being like somebody like me, frankly, who's going to have other people working on the project. They don't want little companies working doing iOS stuff, in my opinion, the way that they've got it arranged. And they really want you to have a piece of equipment that belongs to you. And the reason how they do that is through you have to, in order to turn that on your account, it has to be attached to your account. And so it has to be my phone that I go into, and then I turn that advanced security feature on. It's just really weird. And I don't really
account
just to create. Now I've got an account, but to get on the store.
What do you mean to get on the store? Like, because
the store requires, it's a separate process. And in order to be a company on the store, you have to go through this. I had to do the DUNS thing and get certified through them. And then I had to sign up for the I'm forgetting all the terminology right now because I don't have it up, but the basically the account in order to put things on the store. I started that process, and then I had to wait a week or two to come back into that. They don't let you continue with that until you wait. And so then I get back on there after I went through that waiting period, and they're like, okay, you did everything except for this one thing. This one thing is basically a filter for them to keep you from being on the store without having your own equipment. And so I have to basically have some sort of equipment that runs the most recent version of Mac OS. And I don't have that right now. And I can't afford that right now. So that's basically like, it has to be under my name. They aren't letting me have an affiliate. There's no option for that at this point. I have to have a piece of equipment of my own. Now later, I can add people, and I did look into that, but I can't do it now. I have to have the account first. So
gotcha.
At the moment, I'm stuck right before that point, and I think it's just their filter point where they're trying to keep smaller companies out. They don't want a bunch of like, I think Apple's really, they like higher quality stuff.
It's not even necessarily smaller. It's just Mac users. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what always feels like to me is it's not necessarily that you're coming because it's just anyone with a laptop, but they have to be a Mac user.
Yeah, they have to be a Mac user. And so somebody like
entirely in their environment.
Yeah. And it's kind of a trap. I'm not gonna, because I was looking at it and like, okay, if I get this, what does this go with? And they're very like insulated. You can't legally put their software on any machine that isn't a Mac. Like there's not a whole lot of workarounds, because I looked at renting equipment too, but it has to belong to me. So it's just sort of kind of, it's just, I have to have one piece of equipment. So until I can afford that, until I can justify the cost, I'm just going to have to say no until and honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think what it does is gives us a chance to focus on one platform for now, make sure that it works on that platform, gauge interest on that platform, and if it works well on that platform and there seems to be enough interest, we can then put it on the crowdsourcer.io and make it a full-time project, or like a real project that people can work on, and start doing, things that can actually earn money. And once we earn money, if it earns enough money and has enough interest, once it's actually like a more than a playable demo, then we can also release it on iOS. But I think it's a progression thing instead of trying to do it all right now. There's really just no, because once I own that piece of equipment, then I have to maintain, like I have to keep up with it. And they limit the versions that you can use to build stuff and put it online and all of that. So I don't want that cost right now until it's justifiable. So it's getting into a system. It's more than just like buying a laptop. There's maintenance after that too. And I just want to make sure that, if I'm spending the $100 a year just to be on the store and I'm maintaining the equipment, that it's giving me a return on investment. So exactly. That's kind of, from a business perspective, this is all voluntary, and if I can afford it, I would totally do it. If it would, was justifiable on my end, even if it wasn't for this project, if it was for something else that I could justify it for, then I would do that. But at this point, I don't have anything like that going on in any of my projects. So for now, we're just going to say, let's not do this. We can't do this right now. It's not justifiable. There's no return on investment. But later on, when we get through, we've got this playable demo, and I'm going to take a look at what the interest is on it, and if people are interested in it and want to see more of it, and like however we do that, and we'll probably discuss that after the project's over to see how we can get feedback on that. If we want to continue with it, then the iOS will be down the road as a stretch goal, but I don't think right now it's really feasible.
Yeah, it's the difficulties in getting everything together and trying to set stuff up, and and also
it's
the funds.
It's money. Like it comes down to money. Yeah, down to money. Right now, this is a mock studio. We don't actually have any money, so exactly. It's kind of like, okay, now we're trying to do something that does actually cost money, and if we do this, I had initially thought, oh, we can afford to do this and put Mortimer's Mansion on Steam. Well, we can't, because we're going to need to put that money for Mortimer's Mansion towards buying equipment. And I don't know, that might be something else to think about. Like, is it worth putting Mortimer's Mansion on Steam? And can we get a return on investment for that? That'd be great. If people could pay $1 for it.
Yeah. Well, the what's going to have there's the return on investment with Steam is
after a couple $100, you can start to get some of it back. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Of course. My apologies. I'm thinking about like
you don't get the $100 back until like the deposit basically until after you make 1,000, which may never happen. But
of course. My thought is just like the idea of like connections and possible like knowledge and like connecting to people, all that fun stuff too and whatnot. That was my reasoning for that.
What did you say?
Well, so there's a lot of, when you release like VR games on Steam, I was told recently, if you release a VR game on Steam, the possibilities of getting hardware increase. So the thing is
that'd be great.
Yeah, there's something that happens as well. So if you're able to do something, you can like get help with that situation. But that's a whole different thing. I'm always thinking about like exactly like how stuff can help us and how stuff can help us. I mean, return on investment, like financially, that would be great as well. We just have to see how that can happen, and then we can possibly get that money back. But for the time being, we have to focus our energies on what we can do and then go from there, honestly.
Yeah. We'll worry about Murderer's Mansion. We've got a month left on this, and then we can worry about that. But
yeah, because that's gonna be like, hey, you got a couple hours here. Yeah, I'll take a couple hours and try to fix the hands and all that fun stuff. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we'll worry. I wanted to try to get it done this fall, but it just didn't happen.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so that's it for the iOS. We're not going to open that door until we're making money. So
exactly. Well, I thank you, Shiloh, for.
Sorry, guys. I gave it everything I had. I went through all of the hoops, and I got to the end, and I don't have that kind of money right now.
For sure. Well, we understood, and we appreciate you taking time out to figure all that stuff out. It was a learning experience for all of us, so, and for yourself, and just figuring what is necessary in order to get on the App Store. So, thank you. All right. Thank you. All righty. Design department. Shay was working on figuring out what's needed for balancing. I was talking to him throughout the week and stuff like that. A lot of numbers involved. I guess that's going all right, buddy.
Yeah, at the moment I'm still trying to play with those numbers. But.
Okay, cool.
At this point, I've got there's a bit of work that I need to do just to like get the right code to actually like support all the different values I want to put in. Even
right.
The system. Really, the system's sort of like how cats are, or I don't know. A lot of the systems really weren't even there yet, so I had to do that.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I don't really know what to do for the numbers, but in terms of the actual values. But I put something in. I was continuing to play with it.
We'll get feedback from the testing.
Yeah. It's also I was just now it's also realizing I feel like it's going to be sort of a little bit backwards from how we would really want it to be, where like I don't know. So
Leonard,
my website crashed.
I'm
back.
So it seems like as you play more and you get more cats and you make them happier and stuff, it seems like you have a tendency to maybe get an increasing amount of gifts as you play. And it feels sort of backwards from how a lot of games work. I guess, I don't know. I guess it's a tricky thing. I guess it's okay if if you start having to like recraft the same stuff because it breaks and gets eaten and stuff. Maybe it's okay. I was worried about it getting to like a state where you're getting a lot more stuff than you need.
That's I don't like when I'm playing a game and it just hands materials to me, crafting items, weapons, and I don't know what to do with all of it. Like there's no reason to go out and try.
And like it should be, to me, it should be like getting more of the cats should sort of slow down. Like getting the last cat of the game should take a lot longer than getting the first cat of the game.
I like that, yeah.
Which right now I'm not sure if that's going to work out that way, the way it's sort of set up right now, but
yeah. How do we decide which ones? Like in around the castle, we have the Dragon Kitty, Princess Kitty, Knight Kitty. Which one would be the hardest to please?
Oh, like
probably the princess.
We sort of had an order to them. I forget. Was the princess the last one?
Or the dragon.
The dragon's the last one.
So we could do like the knight one first.
Yeah. So it was, for the castle, it was like knight, princess, dragon.
Okay.
So yeah, like.
It makes sense because the dragons, like, it would like it would be it'd have the neatest mechanic because it actually blows fire onto its s'mores.
Part of that's also, like I said, so maybe it's okay if you get a lot of gifts. Although you still, like, again, you have this problem of it feels just pointless that you're getting all these gifts if you don't need them anymore. But maybe okay if you're getting a lot of gifts if like you need to be remaking stuff and those gifts are helping you remake stuff.
Right.
The way it's set up right now, it's sort of the way way it picks which gift to give you. Sort of favors like the next thing that you don't have yet, the next cat that you don't have yet, which maybe that's not quite what we want to do.
Or maybe a smaller amount of that next thing.
Yeah, I mean, I want to make sure you're getting certainly some of what you need to progress.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just going to throw this out here because so many games use it. Would introducing some sort of currency system solve the problem or make it more complicated?
I mean,
like if people
how
were
would the
trying
currency
to
work? I mean, in a
if
way,
you got currency from the cats instead, yeah.
I would say in a way, adding a new mechanic is always going to add just another variable and make it more complicated. But it could. I don't know how are you thinking it would work?
Well, just thinking in terms of like some of the games that I've played sort of like this, they give you rewards like in the form of currency instead of directing you.
And then you materials.
Yeah. And then occasionally you might get a recipe or something. Like
a lot of free to play games, mobile games I've played recently, they usually have a combination of things. Like there's often at least 2 currencies or something.
Yeah.
There's often a combination of like just giving you stuff and giving you currency that you can use to buy the stuff you want.
Yeah.
A long time ago we talked about having like a shop.
Yeah.
And having currency. We designed coins and stuff. We just hadn't.
I just didn't know if it would make it easier for balancing purposes since it's such a common mechanic. I wondered if that's why so many people used it.
A lot of it, again, it's like the free to play model where part of it, there's always like at some level you can pay real money for something. And then there's just like incentives to make you buy that currency with real money.
Yeah. But at this point, we don't have a shop and we don't have any way to interact with the currency, so it's kind of
like so. You'd still want. I would think you'd still give some items directly. It would sort of change the game a bit and the feeling of the game a bit if you just entirely gave currency.
Yeah.
And you could buy whatever you want.
Right.
It gets rid of that randomness. I don't know. You want a little bit of that sort of randomness.
Mm-hmm.
Where you don't always just immediately get exactly what you need.
Also, it removes the idea of the mailbox which you receive the items from as well.
I mean, you could still have the mailbox. You could still have the mailbox.
Still have, yeah.
Okay.
They would just, instead of getting like crafting materials, you would just get a letter that has some amount of coins in it or something.
Oh, okay. I feel you. Oh boy.
And maybe if there was a store, it'd have just like a few highly sought items that were still earnable in game, but really hard to earn. Like it would take a lot longer to earn those, and they need to be like we need to make sure they're worth someone's money.
Some games have. So I feel like a lot of those games where you're trying to collect things and then there's a way to pay. Sometimes you can practically just if you want to spend enough money, you can just basically pay to get what you want.
Yeah.
Some do also have a thing where there's only certain things you can buy daily, or like Fortnite has a crazy there's certain items you can only get like during a month or something, and once that month's over, they're gone. So
Yeah, ESO does the same thing.
Yeah, so there's like timed things where you have to log. So you have to log in regularly. The daily ones you have to log in like every day if you want to try to make sure you get the things you want and stuff.
I feel like a good option if we did go that way was to do purely cosmetic items like decorative things.
Yeah.
Space, textures, cardboard tower, things like that.
Well, thinking forward, it'd be a good idea to introduce it at some point, but I'm just wondering if now would be helpful.
I don't, well, honestly, I think it would be more helpful to help Shay figure out the necessary numbers for the items that need to be coming based upon time and the moods and everything as well.
The reason I'm asking is because that would entirely change the mechanic.
Exactly.
Like it's a different mechanic. So
yeah, I don't think I would want to entirely replace getting items with getting coins. And so I think it would sort of just add another thing that we had to sort of balance.
Why don't we not work with coins then, I guess, and try to figure out the system.
Ultimately, it wouldn't be bad to have like a shop and have coins and Zach said something about I think we talked about the cosmetics idea before, where like maybe they're craftable also. Maybe they're just stuff you buy with coins, but also having more stuff like hats you could put on the cat or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Clothes for the cat.
Maybe that's how you buy recipes, and blueprints.
Yeah, that's another thing. Maybe something like a recipe would be a thing you buy with coins, and then like you get the materials for the recipe from the cat's directly or something.
So then they have to interact with the cats in order to get those things. And some get are we doing the thing where some cats give more of a certain thing than others?
At the moment, the simplest thing, there's already sort of a bit of numbers to try to figure out. At the moment, the simplest thing was I just sort of put in the same numbers for all the cats. But that data is on each cat.
Okay.
So we could.
So we can edit it later. Okay.
Yeah. That's one thing. That's the one thing that sort of helps slow down the how fast you get through the game, or like how fast you get later cats is maybe later cats maybe give you stuff slower.
They're stingier.
Yeah. At one point I had the thought of I don't know, from the stuff we talked about, sort of had the thought of maybe later cats are better and they'll give you more stuff, but then again there's that thing of
I think another thing is to balance it, you were going to make the nice big things take more stuff.
Yes, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of RPGs just all the numbers ramp up. So you're stronger and you get more experience from killing things or whatever. For those type of games, you get more experience from killing stuff, but you also need more experience to level up and stuff. All the numbers just get bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now there's a similar amount of stuff that's required to craft everything.
Yeah.
So that might be another thing to look at is maybe the toys and treats for the later cats take 10 times as much stuff to craft them or something.
And the tower upgrades.
Yeah, and the tower upgrades get harder. Actually, I might just play with those numbers slightly right now, even. I don't know.
I think that's probably your best bet for balancing, making the stuff that they're making to progress, cost more stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we just have to find based upon the time we have, we just need to make sure that we're dedicating the right amount of time for this focus, because if we don't, we could possibly like waste time. So let's be careful about it.
It's an important thing.
Yes, it is.
I mean, we can put all this time into like making the game look nice and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, if you don't have the balancing down, then the game is like, it's not fun.
It's not fun.
Oh, good.
I mean, you can have. But one of the concerns is like, so you put in all this effort into like just the, like it's like again like stuff like the visuals and stuff for all this content we want to make. But like if they get bored of the game after they get 2 cats, then they don't even see all the work you put into your other cats and stuff.
Right.
So that's where like stuff like balance is important.
I agree.
I think Leonard's more concerned about adding a story and stuff. He doesn't want to add scope.
A story?
A store.
And
money.
I'm just worried about scope. That's
yeah.
Adding a store would be another more work to put in.
Yeah.
Everything.
Did somebody just have a coin sound effect?
Sounded like
that was weird.
Yeah. Somebody just dropped coins. I don't know what happened.
I'm not sure. You said that right after Amelia jumped on the desk. I don't know what she did.
Oh, her collar.
Oh.
Yeah. It sounded like coins. I was like, that was a nice special effect. Who did that?
Her collar might have been right by my microphone just there.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
All right. Well, cool. Let's think. Okay. So we got that.
So, Shay, you good? Do you have a direction?
Yeah, that helps some. Oh.
If you need me to like talk to you about it afterwards, we can chat.
Yeah. I would recommend it. Shay.
There's also, I mean, again, definitely some of this we just have to like
try
play it. Put it in there and have multiple people play it for an extended period of time, not just me sort of looking at numbers.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, cool. I'm glad we had the discussion for a quick. So for technical, Shay, where you worked on this past week?
So yeah, I worked on the worked on the cats a bit, like how they're spawned and come and go, and how they come and go, and how they how their mood change works, and how they, I don't know, lots of stuff with cats.
Sure.
And then also like the toys I worked on, how they get how they degrade and get destroyed and stuff.
Right.
I went in and added them actually being destroyed when their health whatever gets down. Also like persisting their health. It wasn't doing that.
Good job.
Their health.
Like, well, first of all, like if the item goes back into the book, it saves what their health was still.
Oh yeah, of course. Sure.
And then like if you close the game, it saves it to disk and all that.
Oh, neato. Good work.
I forgot something. Finished getting the toys in there, and then I made some textures that are just like color changes on the cats.
Yeah.
To get some version of all 6 cats in there. I had nothing in there for the like Dragon Knight Princess.
Well, Dragon is not done. Knight is work in progress, and
Princess is not done. Princess not done.
Yeah.
Princess should be one of the easier ones.
Yeah, it should be.
It's just a crown, I think, and then a texture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like white, and I can't think of.
Yeah.
Was the crown ever made?
No.
All right, guess I'm doing a crown too.
Yeah.
Put on my list. All right. Cool.
Yeah. And then I don't know, I was just fixing various other stuff. Oh, I got rid of help text.
Really?
That was in there.
Oh.
Various stuff.
Cool.
Oh, so I can show you.
Build?
What?
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Is this a build ready for testers?
I don't quite have the build yet, but
okay. Well, let us know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was still working on some stuff this morning, and at this point, I just need to sort of decide on definitely the numbers for balance of things, and then maybe really quickly make the main menu thing if we wanted to do that, and then make a build.
Okay. I will leave it to you then, my friend.
Yeah, and I've made yesterday I made a build, and I've tested a bit of the stuff that I've been working on.
Right.
So it should be good. Just playing with those numbers to balance a little bit better.
Yeah.
I was gonna show really quick. My screen.
Share that screen.
Okay. Just gonna show. So I made. So I made arrow that points.
Okay.
Wow. I wanted something that feels like you're supposed to be doing something, because it felt to me. It felt to me like when you just see the play area appear, it feels like it's just there, and I didn't have a sense that I needed to tap or something to place it there.
Right.
So the arrow, it's something that I've sort of seen done before, where it's sort of indicating that you're placing something here.
Exactly.
And it's glowing the same way other things that you're supposed to click on glow.
Yes.
I don't know. Something I just did really quick. Thought it might help.
When did that arrow appears in the tutorial only, or
no, always.
Always for all the objects, food and.
It's when you're placing the play area at the very beginning of the game.
Oh.
It just feedback. It could maybe even not glow other than the first time if you wanted, but I just like the idea that it felt like you had something that you're actively doing, not that the fence is just placed there now. Because when you look, you'll see the fence there. When you look at an area where you can place the fence will appear. And I don't know, it felt like it was just sort of there, and not that you'd tap to place it there. It felt like it was already there. And I wanted some difference. There was the difference of more stuff came in when you placed it, but certainly the first time you play, you don't know that's going to happen even.
Cool, buddy. I like that. Thank you for doing that and whatnot. Because I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that was really because since we have no words, we had to convey things in certain ways, and so that's the most difficult thing that we had to be doing this whole time. And why did my screen go away? Oh, that's what happened. Nothing. Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead, Shay.
Yeah. Nothing.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Zach, thank you, Shay, for all you've been doing and everything. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I also finished adding sound. I had sounds that we had sound for. Most things sort of have a sound now.
Cool.
There's one thing like we didn't really have a sound specifically for it, but I like took when you place an item into the scene. Like when you place it into the play area. When it gets placed, I want a sound. There's a ball bouncing sound. I put that in there. It works okay for now.
Cool.
Anyway, the sound stuff, I didn't really have a chance to like actually nicely balance the volume of everything. I think it's not real great right now. But there's sounds in there though. I don't know.
Well, that's better than silence.
That's something we can continue to work on.
Right.
It's not that critical to the playtesting, I think.
Yeah, it'd be fine. I thank you for trying to get that stuff in there and everything as best as possible, because I remember just the fact that we had these multiple things in which we're adding into the project, and then we had to add sound of them pretty quickly. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that. You added cats. You added the new cats?
Temporary ones.
Temporary ones. Okay, cool. So I'll be. So of course, yeah. Cats, toys, and recipes, and you did something else. Okay.
It's all stuff I said out loud already.
Yeah. True. Okay. Cool. All right. So is there anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Cool. All righty. Thank you again, Shay. We really appreciate it. Not just me. We really appreciate it. All right, Art, how's it going?
Good. The logo's done.
Yeah.
It's complete. And
Yay. I'm so glad we can like get along and decide on things quickly. It's not like, oh, this is.
Oh, hello?
Leonard's gone.
Hello.
Hey, I'm sorry. I clicked on the wrong. It got me into one of those talking rooms.
Hey, we can see your face.
You see my face?
Yeah.
Yeah, your camera's on.
Oh.
Just turn it off, dude. It's okay.
There's a little. There you go.
Yeah.
There's a little camera button.
Crap. Oh boy.
But yeah, there's the logo.
Yeah, good job on the logo, man. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks great. It's sticker ready. It's sticker ready.
Yay.
I want to. Now, like everybody put in like $5. We can try to order some stickers.
How much does stickers cost?
I mean, I think if you order like a bulk of them and stuff like that, they're not that much.
But yeah, uploaded 3 different versions to the Google Drive. Or wait, no, I uploaded them to Trello. One without the outline, one with white outline, one with a slightly darker outline, just in case we wanted to put it on a white background on a website or something like that. So that's done, and I painted the texture for the cooked turkey leg. There was an issue with the geometry.
Yeah, I saw you. I heard you went back in there and fixed up a little bit of that.
Yeah, I took it into ZBrush and retopologized it. Like
awesome. Wow, that's cool, man.
it's much easier for me to paint because before painting that other texture, it's like creating all these creases and things. There was another problem with the geometry with Shay when Shay was messing with it, so just re-uploaded the texture for him. And
oh, so it's probably not a priority, but I was also thinking yesterday or something that it'd be nice if the mouse moved, but that might be a little bit of work.
what is it?
It'd be nice if the mouth moved.
For all the cats?
Yeah, it'd just be like a nice little detail, but I was thinking the other day when like the cats meow and their mouth doesn't move.
Oh boy.
Okay. Like a little black shape under the nose.
Where is the?
Like
okay, I'll have to.
Like ideally, there's actually geometry for the mouth and it opens.
There is? Let me look real quick.
No, I said ideally. There's not. There's not.
Oh, ideally, there's not. Okay, no.
Yeah.
So I say because I don't remember seeing.
The way it's modeled right now, you could maybe sort of do something with just texture, but I think it would look a little weird. You looked at it too close.
Yeah.
So where are we on getting the cats done?
The big thing is we still need animations.
Work on that.
And then for the and then there's some work with for the later cats, like the knight and princess and dragon, to actually model the pieces to make them dragons. And
you can look at my screen real quick. I've been working on the dragon. Of course it still needs some work and everything, but I got it started. Just the shape and everything.
Yeah, I'm liking it. It's fitting the shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that just going to be a mask that goes on it?
Pretty much.
There needs to be holes where the eyes are.
Yeah.
So you can see the. Yeah.
Also, I just realized something. I feel really stupid. Why in the heck did I not just do a mirror for this thing? So it made it a whole lot easier in my life. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't stand doing two-sided stuff and everything when it's completely symmetrical.
Although what was the I don't know. What did you ever figure out for the fact that the cat's not symmetrical?
Oh, that's a whole different monster in itself. I mean, to me, to figure to cut this thing down the middle and then do a mirror on that.
Would be...
You don't. You would have to actually. I think you might have to actually rotate the head a little bit. It might look a little weird if you just cut it down the middle right now.
Right. Where's the bone? Oh,
I don't think all cats are supposed to be perfectly symmetrical. If it's already built.
So it's modeled so with the head is tilted a little bit to the side. It's sort of modeled in a pose, which is generally not how you want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh God. I should have done that.
That's a lot of work.
Oh yes, it is. It's this right here is to go into. Oh no, yeah. It's like my computer pauses for a second.
I would also would have recommended modeling the tail straight out.
Yeah.
Put the kitty in a T pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not T pose, but cat version of. I don't know what's a T pose for four-legged animals.
I have no idea.
It's probably just like that.
The quadrupose.
The quadrupose.
It's sort of, I think the legs and stuff are fine. Just the tail I would make straight, and I would make it the head looking straight forward.
Right. Shoot, the back thing being on. You can't see it, but you see right here, everything is kind of the belly and all that fun stuff. So yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. The texture kind of hides it.
It does.
Belly.
Belly.
Something we didn't talk about is
that?
I wonder if we should add a little bit of like keep the jaw separate geometry so we can actually give it a little bit of movement when it breathes fire.
Right now, there's no breathing fire yet either, but
yeah. We'll try. Let's see what we can do with that one.
I could just like paint a particle effect for that.
Yeah.
It's just like another mechanic, or like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a special like effect.
It's a special thing that like
only the
cats
dragon
don't do stuff like that right now.
Right. The dragon kitty can only one to do it and stuff, but we can try to combine it with something else to see if it works and stuff like that. I'm not going to work on this while I'm in the meeting. Anyway,
besides that, let's see. We brought up the idea of the cat being able to blink or close its eyes when it's being pet.
Yeah.
I started trying to paint the eye textures to make it look like the eyes were closed. Doesn't look good. So a proposition, an alternative would be to add some ovals over the eye details and then just paint those ovals and add them to the skeleton. So I tested that out here. Right here, I just took some screenshots of what the ovals without the textures look like, front side view, and how they look like by themselves. And then here's just a rough Photoshop of them overlapping.
That
Photoshop's
works.
3D capabilities is weird. like rotating and stuff. I don't think I could actually place it where it should be. The eyelids, a 3D model,
right
next to another 3D model. I don't know. I don't understand. But I modeled them in ZBrush and made sure they fit perfectly over all the details of the eyes. So if like you or Leonard were to put those in, they should be perfect.
Yeah. That look fine. That looks fine to me.
That should work fine.
Yeah.
So that's you basically then you don't even need to do like a texture swap as well. You can just do you just turn on and off those eyelids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right. So those are separate objects.
Yeah.
Okay, and we just attach them to the head, and they'll follow rotation, all that fun stuff. That should be fine. I don't see a big deal with that. Okay. So we'll keep those separate for right now.
Yeah.
And keep those in that little zip drive right there, and then I'll work on the other stuff and get that going.
Okay. So I guess I should just go ahead and start painting all the textures for the eyelids, right?
Pretty much. Based upon the textures which we have for the cats and everything, and go ahead and create those. We're creating those textures for the eyelids, and that should be fine.
Okay.
Because so also I think I told Zach, but I don't think I posted to anybody. For right now, I'll be taking over for animation and modeling. David is working on getting finished with schools and stuff like that for the semester. So I'm gonna try to focus on that during December. I'm gonna focus on that during December. I'm not trying to try. I'm gonna do. The thing is that next week I'll be busy next week, this coming week for school stuff. But then after that, I should be completely free in order to actually get all this stuff done. Like next weekend, I'm just gonna try to complete all the cats and try to get everything together. So we'll see how that goes. But I'll be busy for the next week. But I'll be focused on the animation and modeling for the cats for right now.
So. Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
If I finally get to be back into this world that I used to enjoy all the time. Yeah. Also, I feel like I'm offering something because sometimes I don't feel like I'm offering something. That's just me. Anyway, all right. Was there anything else?
That's it. You shared your update, so yeah.
Cool. Awesome. All right, sound. Check to see if we need any more sounds for the project. Shay already mentioned about that. How you have the sounds parts, and also he's on the side how the layers for the book interaction will be in the future. So marketing, continue using design picture screenshot Saturday and a new logo. I didn't do that yesterday. I do it, yeah, but yeah. I can do today though. Save such a late screenshot that today. Also, Shiloh, I think you posted this. You need a nice email with explanation and a link to using the reporting document as well as to download the game. Keep it simple, maybe explanation on how to clear the data and start over. With the search for, testers would not be using Trello. Yes, you're absolutely correct. They would not be using Trello. They'll be using the form which was created for that, and I posted that in the QA one at this time. That's the way to do the testing for that.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just need somebody that can write nice emails to people. Say, hey, welcome to Utopia's testing.
Yeah, I can send one from the HVRE website so it has nice backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I was like, Shiloh, do your thing.
Yeah, we haven't done a shout out in a while, so I'm sure we've got a couple. Yeah. But also, yeah, I need any verbiage that Shay, anything that you would like to include. You know, I kind of talked about it in the under QA and under. I think you guys were having a discussion in another channel about it. But basically, anything that you need me to include in the email for the testers, like where they can. I need the link to where to get it, which you said you posted, and then I need. Well, no, you said you posted the form, right?
Yeah, it's in the form. Yeah, I sent the link to actually fill out the form is in the QA channel right there. Okay. So that should be fine.
So we've got the
I need
form.
To upload a build before I can give you a link to the build.
Okay. Okay. So whenever you get that, text me and let me know so I can send it out. Yeah. And I'll. Is there any other verbiage that I need to include in the email for testers as far as like how to reset? Is that common, or is there like something that they specifically need to search for on Google?
So we were talking about. I was asking in on here, but I was thinking I could just quickly do the main menu where it has like a continue and new game options.
Okay.
And that make things a lot easier on them if they want to restart.
Okay. Yeah, that way they don't have to figure out how to do that on their phones if they don't already know.
Ultimately, I'm not sure if we would even have a restart or not. I feel like most mobile games don't have that. Just you just have a save that you play on, and you don't have like multiple saves usually, or a restart or anything.
Yeah. So just a new game is fine, and then they can delete the games.
Developers
usually.
At least, or for like testing at least, it would be maybe nice to have like a restart.
Yeah.
Especially like I can't guarantee there's no bugs or anything. I haven't tested a whole lot, so I don't know if they have a game-breaking bug where every time they load in, the game's broken. It'd be nice to restart.
Yeah, good point. All right. Well.
Just you want me to check in with you today, or do you want to just let me know when you're done with that, and I'll have the email ready to send out.
Yeah, I can. Before too long, I can get a build up, hopefully.
Okay.
And it might be like an hour.
Okay. Take your time, do what you need to do, but
take a little bit of time just to actually build it and upload it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And are we doing the open beta? Is that what you mentioned?
Yes. I mean, we talked about it before. I think it just makes it a little easier to not have to.
Yeah.
Like if we find any more testers, we can just send them a link. And,
that makes.
We don't have to go.
And then you don't have to add them to the list.
Yeah. And at this point, I feel like it's fine to do an open beta. I think it's you can actually. think you still need a link because production says something about the Google Play Store. All users on the Google Play Store. I feel like they still don't like for the open beta. I'm not sure they. I think they still on the Play Store don't like show your app as a search result or something. I think you still need a link to it.
Okay.
And even if it was on the Play Store, it probably wouldn't be horrible.
It's not easy to find.
We probably wouldn't have a lot of people find it anyway.
Yeah.
And if they did, then I don't think it would be terrible. But anyway.
Okay. Well.
If
I don't hear from you in a couple hours, I'll just check in.
Yeah. It also definitely, if we put it up as a beta, even if it does show up in the store, I assume it'll be marked as beta.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Sounds like the right way to go. We'll find out.
Yeah. So they sign up through Google Play, right?
Sign up for what?
They sign up and download through Google Play, right?
I don't know if you guys sign up.
They don't sign up for anything.
If it's on beta, we just have to give them. They just have to get a link somehow.
They just download it.
And then they follow that link and they download. It takes them. They follow that link. It takes them to like the game in the Play Store, and they download it.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. I was confused for a second. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Open beta. Wow. Okay, we can do this. It'll be okay. All right. So internally, make sure to post issues for QA. Actually, before I do that, thank you, Shiloh, for mentioning that and getting settled between you and Shay on exactly what needs to be done for that. I appreciate it. For QA testing, internally, we do the cards for QA and also that. And also the testing is going to start maybe today, December 2nd. So that's all happy and glorious. All righty. So now we go through and what's happening this week. All right, Shay, you got something to say?
For the testers, it might be nice. I don't know if we should just give them instructions on how to do it, actually. So
I meant just for using the form.
I'll say it would actually be nice, like if they did have like a major bug, if they could like give us a save file or something. It's sometimes very helpful. It's one of those things where it's maybe
I don't know how to do that.
New to anyone, to a lot of people, but I mean, basically, you gotta like connect your phone to the computer, or there's ways of doing it just on your phone, I guess. But you gotta like go find this directory that no one actually usually ever goes to and grab the save files. I don't know. It's a thought.
If they find a good enough bug and they report it, can they? I
mean, if they just email us or something or report it, however, immediately.
We're doing a form. So
I was thinking about it with the whole like resetting thing. I mentioned like if we have a broken save or something. It would actually be nice if we could get that broken save, but yeah, because a lot of times, like, I mean, it throws some error that like if I just start up the game with the broken save, I get the same error and just very immediately know what's going on without like having to try to replicate what they did.
That makes sense.
We can not worry about it too much. I don't know.
Well, why don't I talk to you after this and try to clarify? Because I'm not sure what I should do then. We have a form that we put together, and then we can look at that form for like general bugs and things. But if there's something that is Like, are you looking specifically for things that crash it, or
like not necessarily
or like all
crash,
bugs?
maybe crash, or maybe just like I don't know, just like there's various bugs that can be like saved to the save file.
Mm-hmm.
Like in theory, you could have a bug that like ends up it saved, and then like forever. There's some bugs that sort of like persist, and like for every time you go to play, it has something sort of broken. Not necessarily to the point where the app crashes or it's entirely unplayable, but maybe one of your cats is just broken or something. Like I think Zach said something about not even that long ago. He had some like a cat was wandering down below the play area or something.
Yeah, the last build, all my cats fell through the ground. I think the stuff on the play area. I'm not sure if the stuff on the play area fell through the ground, but it stayed that way.
Yeah,
So I had to delete the data.
I thought it fixed. Sounded like an issue that I thought it fixed. I don't know. But yeah, stuff like that where things are sort of permanently broken a little bit. If I can get like a save file of it in that state, that's helpful.
Oh boy,
very helpful. But it would be a slight pain for the people to. But
yeah.
We'd have to.
Well, what we can do,
like you said, we'd have to write instructions. But
yeah, what we can do is we can keep an eye on the reporting and then tell them not to reset it until we tell them to.
Yeah.
We can have the reset button there, and then if you run across something that you really need a save file for, you can directly email them.
And also,
would that work?
Yeah.
And also, I get emails since it's in my folder. I get emails about the responses that are taken in. So I'll get an email, read the response, and find out if it's an issue that needs to be like if it's a bug or whatnot, and then I can hopefully really quick like contact them and say, hey, don't do anything.
With that, like I was wondering, almost, I don't know. Maybe do we not even allow them to easily reset? And then if they do have like some game breaking, they have to come to us.
Well, the thing is it's a short play.
Yeah.
And we want them to play it multiple times.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. There's a couple of different ways we can go about it. We can tell them to only reset once a day and check it before they reset it at the end of the day, and tell them, hey, don't reset that. We need a save file.
Yeah, we tell them. That's where, I mean, I don't know. If we just give them instructions on how to copy the save, then they can do that and then keep on playing immediately.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know how to do the save. We are working with probably half a dozen types of phones. Is it going to be pretty similar for all?
They're all Android phones.
It's all the same application.
Yeah, so it should be okay.
So if you can write up a quick location and step by step, I can include that in the email. If they decide to, I mean, the thing is they won't know when they need to save it, so they'll just be saving one all the time and uploading it with a bug. Is that how we want them to do it?
I mean, it's really only the case where like you quit the game and load the game again,
and it persists. Okay.
Yeah. If you quit the game and reload it and it's fixed, then the save's not really going to be helpful to me.
So just report the bug as usual. But if it persists when you go back into the game, then do this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we need for this.
Man, it sucks when a game breaks. Remember playing a Borderlands 1 DLC and it just broke and I couldn't play anymore, so I just stopped playing Borderlands 1.
Oh, that's horrible.
But I was young and I didn't know I could actually respond and try to get them to fix it.
Yeah.
Anything else? Oh.
I was gonna say, did you want to put that in next week, or did you want to put it in last week?
So I played some game that like autosaved constantly and was constantly making new save files, which it sort of builds up the space. But if it's small, it's not too much of a problem. But that's really nice if you do a like game breaking bug like that. You just load back a slight bit.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Anyway, well, sorry.
Charlotte, should you are you gonna that information you're typing right now? Were you gonna put it? Is that in last week's goals, or is it in this week's next week's goals?
Whatever. I don't.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, we need it today, so.
Yeah. Yes, of course. Very true. Never mind.
We don't. This is like for next week. We need it today. So.
Yeah. Sure. Fully cool.
Put it under here if that makes it easier.
Yeah.
Need today. How to export the save file. Link for beta, and you're gonna put in the new game option. Is that my understanding, Shay?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So I'll work on the email.
Thank you, Charlotte, for that.
Sure.
Thank you.
All
right. What's next? Oh, sorry. Let me get my life back in order. Cool. All right. So we can run through this real quickly. General stuff, anything needs to be looked at for the project, which is pretty much the big things. And hold on a second. Shay's design, still figuring out what needs to be done for balancing. He's still going to work on that. And then technical, Shay will be getting out the build today and all that fun stuff, which we already talked about. So I already announced that I'm responsible. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Art. My bad.
Oh yeah. Well, you can go ahead with your part.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be focused on doing the animations in December. So I'm going to try to get these taken care of and whatnot. So it should be fine. And then also I got Dragon Kitty parts. And I think that's it. Go ahead, Zach.
Okay. So let's see. My focus will be. I think I'll first get to the eyelid geometry paintings for each of the cats. I think there's one cat that I might not have the correct file. Wait. No, that shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. But I'll do that. I'm going to. Let's see, Shay. You mentioned you need a rectangular texture for the book handle, but I'm a little foggy about like what the dimensions will need to be for that. Maybe if you could.
You could make an actual.
UVs maybe.
I could actually map the UVs nicely and get you the image for that.
That'd be awesome. If it's a quick thing, then.
Yeah, I want to remodel it slightly first.
Okay. I put down a couple new things like create a new Twitter banner because we don't want Sparkle Kitty on there.
Yeah. I thank
Good
you
call.
for that. Yeah.
It'll need to fit the new logo. Maybe not with the sparkles. Maybe I could just sort of paint over Jared's fence. Maybe make like a horizontal fence across the banner with the logo on top. Um, Shay mentioned the menu screen. Maybe just like a solid background or a gradient background with the logo up above with the menu items like start the game, that kind of stuff below it. Does that sound good? Like,
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't visualize that right now. Um, but what was it? Say it again.
the menu screen Shay mentioned with
Yeah.
the two buttons or whatever could
Okay.
be at the bottom. Logo
Okay.
would be
Yeah.
at the top on a colored background.
That sounds good.
And should I get you just the wait
did you post
the
the logo? I think you posted the logo, right?
Yeah, so you might be able to handle that. Maybe like a dark purple background gradient.
Like a grain of like the same as the icon, or I mean, if you just give me two colors, if you give me like the hex or something for two colors that you want a gradient for,
okay. Yeah. So that's the focus.
Okay. True. That sounds pretty good. I think it was kind of funny. I think you noticed as well that the Sparkle Kitty Twitter account liked that we changed the name. Yeah. I think it was like, remember, you see the tweet? I thought you liked it too. Like the tweet said, like it's from Sparkle Kitty, the game, and they said that they like that one in which it says like we changed the name and stuff. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
They were like, oh.
Yeah.
We might have wanted to make a video game at some point, but now we can't.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
No, I was just thinking from their end, like what they might have been thinking.
Oh, man. Yeah. I forget where it is now, but I saw that and I was like, oh, wow, that's great. All righty. Oh, yeah, that's where it was. So, okay, cool. Awesome. So, was there anything else, Zach?
I don't believe so. If there's anything you can think of that we need to get done before the end, let me know.
Okay, we'll do. Sound. I think Greg has given us all that we need for the time being. If we need any more, we can poke him about it towards the end.
The thing with sound right now is just, again, balancing what's in there.
Exactly, of course. Just make sure that you can hear the sound effects over the music, and that should be it should be fine.
I think one of the problems right now is just like some sound effects are louder than others. Stuff like that.
Right, of course, which is understood and everything. But I think we can have a standard and everything and set everything together. It should be all right.
Yeah.
All right, for marketing, I'm gonna start doing like when I take a screenshot, I'm gonna start doing the new build in real life and stuff like that. Also, I might poke. Well, it's kind of difficult to get screenshots with. It's kind of difficult to get screenshots on Android sometimes anyway. So I can do it because it's a lot easier for me. I don't want to have to ask them the extra tester to do it possibly. What else is there?
I would just do that yourself.
Yeah, I'll do it myself. It's a lot of work to actually get that to make work.
Well, I mean, like, I think you want control over what those screenshots are anyway, and
right.
Like, good. I think it just makes sense for you to do it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm,
I have a quick note about the sound. Like, how could we solve the issue? Maybe we could give the player the freedom to lower and raise the music sound by creating a little stereo and allowing the player to switch between the songs and turn the music off if they want.
Oh, that's adorable.
That is.
So actually, in a game I made before called Daydream Blue, we actually had an in-game. It was a VR game. We had an in-game boombox that you could control the music.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Yeah, you could turn. I think you could play it and pause it and skip songs.
Yeah.
I don't think we had volume, but
Yeah,
no, we did have volume. We had volume.
You did.
Yeah.
The buttons would be big and clunky and easy to press.
Yeah.
Down the road, maybe.
That's not the issue with the balancing the sound. The balancing the sound is a lot bigger than just music versus sound effects. It's more of the music's not all the same volume as each other. Sound effects aren't all the same volume as each other. I mean, the sound effects shouldn't be exactly the same volume, but they should be they should make sense what volume they are. Things shouldn't just be 10 times as loud for no reason.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't solve the issue, but it could be cool idea.
A similar thing we had talked about before is just have also just a little volume adjustment, volume settings in the book that we have now.
Mm-hmm.
A volume tab, or maybe in the
settings tab. Yeah.
Yeah, settings tab.
Yeah, settings tab, use a gear, and be able to increase and decrease volume. That should be fine. Also, I do like the idea of actually having something in the world to actually change the volume and stuff, but it's
in the VR game. Another thing was it actually also had 3D audio that was it was coming from the boombox.
Yeah, that's some work.
Rather than right now, in our game right now, the background music is just 2D audio that's just always there.
Right.
Yeah. Doesn't even really matter. I mean, 3D audio, unless someone's wearing their headphones with their phone.
We could still have 3D audio where the farther you go away from the boombox, the quieter the music gets.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty cool in Daydream Blue.
Yeah.
But
I feel like it makes less sense. That was a bigger world also that makes less sense. In our game, you're sort of I felt you just being played at sort of one point the entire time. And maybe at times you can look closer at the cast or something if you want to, but it's mostly you're sort of at that point right outside the play area, just sort of doing stuff from there.
3D audio is necessary for VR, I think.
Yeah.
But
they
for this,
talk about one of the design recommendations that people make is no 2D audio. Everything comes from a source.
Yeah.
It sort of breaks immersion if you just have 2D audio playing in your ears.
Definitely does. It's one of the worst immersion breakers. But not necessarily for Catopia.
No, I think it could. If you're not immersed, if it's not working right, then it doesn't work. All right. I think we'd be okay. We'll see what happens. Might add that in January or something like that, or we'll see how that goes. Just Shay, for right now, I suggest just making sure that we get all the pieces necessary in order to get things ready for the end of the year. Is all pretty much be my suggestion.
Yeah. But by the end of the year, I could easily probably get volume adjustment in the book.
Oh, that'd be good. Actually, the book actually would be the book is the only place you actually can do it in anyway.
Yeah. It'd be pretty easy to add that, actually.
I see it already. I see that already. It's really cool. All right. Do what you can. Do what you can, but don't overcomplicate it. All right. So internally as well, make sure to post the issues on the QA Trello. Get the testers. I'm sorry. And so today we have what, Charlotte?
We need to send stuff out. So give me this stuff.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Need today how to export a save file. Need today link for beta. Need today for reset the new game option. Need to set out the email for testers today. All right. That'd be good. The list exists already for that, the HVRE email account. And then you also have the and then Shiloh, yeah, just the verbiage should be like, thank you for signing up to be part of Catopia's testing. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate this. Here is a link to download the game, and then if you have any issues, we have some instructions on how to post about issues and also what's needed in order to actually like benefit from this the filling out of that information. So it should be just really simple. Just thank you for trying out the game. Here's a link to the game. Here's some instructions about how to make sure to log issues so we can fix them as you're testing. And that should be it. And just send it out. Use what's it called? It's not BC. It's called CC, I think, or it's one of the ones that the blind copy. I think
when I send out a shout out, it just sends it out as like it's a very nice way of doing it. It's through the HVRE website and it's part of our package.
So. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, cool. Awesome. I forgot about that. All right, coolly. That should work. Okay. All right.
Out to Louisville next games.
What?
See if anyone at
You know what? I can poke. You know what? I just copied the link and
I posted it on the Slack group, but nobody replied.
On the Slack group in the
HV or French Jump Dev Slack group.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, nobody cares. They've all got their own games they're working on.
We all have a lot of things and whatnot.
We're all so busy, and it's Christmas season. This is bad planning on our part, but you know,
hey,
we live and learn.
Yes, we do. Crap, where is that? All right, so I'll try to post that into. Wow, I can't find it. But it'll be all right. Okay,
it was a while ago. It was like back when we first started talking about it.
Oh, true. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. So let me see. Is there anything else need to be talked about before we finish for today?
If someone has a Christmas tree, they should get it and do a screenshot.
A what?
A Christmas tree for the holidays.
Oh yeah, I can't.
Do a screenshot.
Oh yeah.
We need to build a Katniss tree.
Yeah, there you go. Jilo, I think I'll leave that to
you. Have you ever made a Katniss tree? I made one last year. It was amazing.
Oh, that one in which you put all the boxes together?
Uh-huh. Kids love it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to pre-wrap the boxes this time, though, because we didn't wrap them last year, and it was kind of bad looking. Yeah, it looked like cardboard.
Good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you guys see any good like wrapping paper that looks like pine needles, let me know.
Okay.
I will, but I probably won't see it.
You probably won't see it.
I don't get it.
Well, because you make it a tree like if you wrap the boxes in pine needle wrapping paper, it looks more like a tree.
Sure.
I think I threw away all those boxes. I have to make a new one.
What if Christmas trees were boxes?
It's like Minecraft. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm like, okay, y'all, do your thing.
Today's Jaden Smith day.
Alrighty, coolly.
So we're done with the meeting. Everybody knows what they need to do.
Exactly.
Go team!
Go team! Woo! Woo! All right, thank you very much, everybody, for all that you do. It's warm outside, 65 degrees, so have a good Sunday and enjoy it. And I will see you next Sunday because this week I'm gonna be huddled inside my house forever. 26 projects to grade. All right. So I'll see y'all, and you have a great day. Okay.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Leonard. I'm gonna stop streaming now.
Same.
All right. See y'all.